Hello and welcome to the Political Courier Webcast for Wednesday, September 3rd. It's the third night of the RNC, but before I get too far ahead, last night was day two, really the first festive day of the RNC. I was on the floor of the convention hall for most of the night, and I have some great photos and videos that I will play over the rest of the webcast. The three major speakers of the evening were President Bush, Senator Joe Lieberman of Connecticut, and former Senator and presidential candidate Fred Thompson. Of the three, the most universally well-respected was Fred Thompson, I'd say. He ran his own very unsuccessful presidential campaign last year, and a lot of people here at the RNC were wondering why his speeches weren't so good when he was running for president, because he really gave a darn good speech last night. He was tough on Obama. A lot of the news headlines today say RNC speakers on last night were very tough on Barack Obama. Fred Thompson, I think, really was the one that hit the hardest. He was very authoritative, friendly, and matter-of-fact. He summarized McCain's life and political accomplishments brilliantly, I thought. I started reading McCain's biography, Faith of My Fathers, on the plane here to St. Paul, and Thompson really communicated McCain's past and his political accomplishments in a way that was almost equally compelling to the book, so that was a very impressive start for Fred Thompson. Joe Lieberman, I guess you could say, was really the main keynote speaker of the evening. It's interesting to be on the floor of one of these party conventions. Things are a lot different than they are on TV. Certainly. If you remember watching some of the DNC keynotes last week from Denver, the crowd was really hushed as they listened to most of those speeches. All the lights were down in the arena. That stage obviously was huge, and they had all the spotlights trained on that stage. Here at the RNC, there was definitely a good amount of chatter throughout all the speeches, and Lieberman's included, and the lights were on for all the speakers. Not only is the Republican stage less flashy than the Democrats, but the whole convention presentation seems a lot more stripped down to me, and it's probably something they did for a reason, to try to contrast it to the Democrats. Lieberman fit rather oddly into that mold. He's not a flashy speaker on his own, so I can imagine he might have been rather boring on television, but the consensus among the people here at the RNC was great. They loved him. Lieberman, once a Democratic leader, is now giving a keynote at the RNC, which is a big deal. But he was very well spoken, I thought. He crafted his speech so that he could both acknowledge his Democratic past as well as say why he likes John McCain. But he wasn't casting off his past just to impress the crowd. I don't think anyone thought that, and I think delegates and the people here at the RNC really appreciated that that's the angle he took. President George Bush, not much to say. His remarks were pretty short. He avoided talking about much other than security, national security, etc. He avoided the economy. I think RNC officials are sort of glad to see that his speech was as short as it was. Whenever Bush seems to allude about something in his presidency that didn't go so well, the media jumps all over it and ties him to McCain, so probably better that he didn't say too much last night. Anyway, that's it for me for now. I'm going to be on the floor of the convention again tonight, this time perhaps without a camera, so there'll be a webcast tomorrow with some wrap-up and reactions to the speeches tonight, but perhaps without the videos and the photos. So that's the webcast for Wednesday, September 3rd. See you later.